bar's over there. Ah, Di, thanks. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, thank you.
Mrs. Parker, when you've a minute, I'll be taking morning coffee in the alcove.
I'll send somebody over.
And why can't you serve me?
Because I'm not a waitress. I manage the cold buffet in the dining room.
Is your job definition quite so narrow, Mrs. Parker? I thought you were here to serve. Must be the uniform.
Must be.
Congratulations on your promotion.
I'll get you a coffee.
It's really rather an honor having someone in the family who manages the cold buffet.
Now, look. I know you can't stand my guts. And when I try, I can even understand why. But you have to make such a flipping drama out of everything.
Me? Well, you seem to be the one who's getting upset.
I'm the one that's been insulted. And I'm the one that can't do anything about it, not here.
But you have Chris. You can tell him what a poisonous woman I am. Oh, and I'd like some cream with my coffee. Oh, come in.
Hi, Mum.
Hello.
What's wrong?
Bit of a headache.
I just popped in to see Dad before I started work.
Your father's away at a business meeting.
We've decided to call the party off. We're not going to flaunt the wedding.
May I ask what made you change your mind?
It's common sense, really, isn't it?
If you'd any real sense, you'd call it all off.
I thought she'd be pleased. What I'd really like is for you and Dad to come to the wedding. It'd mean a lot to both of us.
I can't believe this is happening to me.
Does that mean you won't come?
I'm going back to Switzerland tomorrow. Unfortunately for him, that's an option your father doesn't have.
Well, I tried. Look, I'd just like to know, am I meant to feel guilty?
Do you think you're capable of it? I'm losing a son and gaining a gold-digging daughter-in-law.
Yes?
Coffee for two, please.
Yes, of course. We'd like to sit over there. Chris said he went very well.
Oh, the wedding.
Rosemary.
Hello, Tish. Hello, Diane.
Mrs. Hunter.
You're Mrs. Hunter too now.
Diane, would you get coffee for those two ladies over there, please?
Two coffee.
The taxi driver's bringing in my cases. Is David in his office?
Well, I'm afraid he's in bed with flu.
Oh, no. Oh, the poor darling.
I thought you went back to Switzerland. I said goodbye to you.
Just a business matter.
Oh, well, I hope all your problems are resolved.
Not quite.
Sorry?
I've come back, Tish, to make trouble.
I've decided to move in. Well, it's not that I can't afford the chalet, which I can't, but we have to look married. I mean, we've got to give the appearance of being married. Mrs. Hunter? Saddled with a neurotic wife. My luck.
I've decided to contest Chrissy's claim to my mother's will.
Oh, that will upset David.
Yes. But I've discussed it with my lawyers, and their opinion is that in the circumstances, this marriage is tantamount to fraud.
You told them why Chris got married.
I did.
But, Rosemary, he's your son.
Who needs a sharp lesson long overdue.
But have you thought it out? I mean, have you thought what might happen?
I know what will happen. Neither Chris nor that
Diane?
that woman will get a penny of Stella's money.
Well, I don't know much about the law, but don't you have to prove, intent? Isn't that the word?
Yes, that's just what my solicitor said.
Wouldn't that be difficult? It'll be almost impossible. If Chris and Diane say that they married because
They were in love? Oh, how ludicrous it sounds. Chris and that woman in love.
to you, perhaps. But if they get up in a court and say they're in love or they married for companionship...
Chris made no secret of his intention. He told David, he told me, he told several people.
And you would tell a court that?
On oath. So will David.
And what should I do with the cafeteria accounts?
Oh, Sandy usually copes with those. Put them on his desk, would you? Come in.
Oh, there you are, Christopher. I've been looking for you.
I've been looking too far. I've been here all day.
I thought my news could wait. Oh, I'm sorry, Meg. I've already had David's permission to, borrow my son, and I've come to ask yours.
Yes, of course. Look, I'll take those into Sandy. And if you haven't had tea yet, I can get some...
No, thank you.
I'll see you later, then.
Congratulations on your unnecessary marriage.
Mum, it was necessary. Granny made sure of that.
Well, I've come back to tell you that I've made it unnecessary all over again. That money, for the moment, is frozen. And with witnesses to testify that it was a marriage of convenience, it is likely to remain frozen.
Witnesses?
You were hardly reticent about your intentions. You told your father and I about them in some detail.
But, you and Dad aren't disinterested witnesses, are you? Parents sometimes try to control their kids through the purse strings, don't they? And, you strongly disapprove of Diane.
It was a marriage of convenience. Fraud.
Fraud? Well, then why am I living with my wife?
Your mother's done what?
She's had my legacy frozen.
That's it then. Out.
Why?
Why not? There's no point anymore, is there? There's no point in pretending. So I can have my sofa back now, and my flat, and my hairbrush, and all the other bits and pieces of self-respect that I've scattered about the place.
Di, you're overwrought.
I am over a barrel. 2 years before I can get rid of you, and all for nothing.
Can I talk now?
You've talked enough. Just pack your things and go.
Look, don't panic!
Why not? In a panic situation, I'm just like any other ordinary dimwit. I panic. So would you mind getting out of here so that I can have hysterics without being stared at?
Look, we cannot give up now.
Why not? I can give up. I've been giving up for years. And when your mother rides in on whatever is the jet equivalent of a broomstick, backed up by half the legal geniuses in Geneva, I know when I'm beaten. So you can take all your worldly goods and chattels and your coat hanger, and you can get out of here, pack your toothbrush and scarper. Go on, Chris, I'm not kidding. Otherwise, I'll add injury to insult. I will.
That's good. Go on, hit me if it makes you feel better.
It wouldn't, would it? You're just nothing but a con man.
It's listening time. You ready?
What are you going to say to me except thank you, dummy?
I'm gonna say trust me.
Huh.
And be patient.
What are you doing?
I'm staying in the matrimonial home. Otherwise, we really blow it.